Okay, so after mastering the extra flat and analyzing common keys and modes that I needed to cover in the music I played, I ended up deciding to carry four harps, a low F, a G, an A, and an A flat. These are among the lower timbred harmonicas. I preferred to have the rather than the higher pitched, like anything above C. I really didn't care for the upper octaves. I felt it was just kind of too high. So I preferred these lower timbred harmonicas. So here is the key and mode position list I was able to cover with these four harmonicas, and the highlighted ones are the preferred ones. So you can see here that that first section up there is the low F harp, and you can see the next rows. There's position, and then there's the key that can be played, and then there's the mode that is the diatonic mode to the harmonica, which means no extra flats, and then here's the modes you can get to by playing that extra flat. And so I did that across the board here for all the harps that I carried here. So there's your G, and then there's the section for A, and then for A flat. So now, ignoring the harp key, here's the key mode and position coverage list. So you can see here, that's Ionian mode at the top, and then here's the keys I can cover for Ionian keys, and then the position that I can play those in. And I favor the first position for Ionian, so those are highlighted. And then to play Mixolydian, I can play those keys, F, C, G, D, A, E, right? And then A flat and B flat. And the positions, the favored positions, would be a second position. So those are the ones I would probably focus on, would be the C and the D and the E, and I guess the E flat. And then here we are with Dorian, and then across the board here, we have second and third positions across the board for all those keys. So that's Dorian is a pretty good mode to play in. And again on Aeolian as well. And mostly when you're going out and playing blues jams, Dorian and Aeolian you're gonna live there. And to some extent Mixolydian, but so that's why it's really good to be able to cover all these keys in positions that you favor. All right, so I guess I break this down again in another way. So here's the key mode position coverage that I achieved with the diatonic harp in these most common keys. So you can see here I just got it organized by key. So you can see B flat, I could play Dorian and Aeolian, and those favored modes and positions, and then C, similarly Mixolydian and Dorian, and D. Played Mixolydian, Dorian, and Aeolian, in those favored positions, and so on. So just in a summary format, I was able to cover the following keys in at least two modes: so B flat, C, D, E flat, E, F, G, and A. But when you're playing out, most of the time you're not playing those flatted keys too much, sometimes, but not too much. And so for the most part, I only needed to play in C, D, E, F, G, and A. And those were very common keys, and I had them covered in multiple modes, well, with the four harmonicas. So I could practice all of these with a kind of a limited practice regimen, where I just, played first position in Ionian, just major in the major mode, because that's what I was sticking to. Just first position would always be major, and then second position I'd play the diatonic Mixolydian, and I would play that first next flat, which would give me Dorian in second position. So I'm playing two modes in second position, and two modes as well in third position, because I can do Dorian and Aeolian. And then in fourth position, that was exclusive for Aeolian minor mode. Very practical and very doable. So for practice efficiency, I was willing to limit, as I was kind of speaking to in the previous slide, limit to first position for Ionian and exclusively, and fourth position exclusively for Aeolian. And again, the first next flat for second and third positions, which gave me the good selection of Mixolydian, Dorian, and Aeolian options. So this worked really well. I could play virtually any song that I heard on the radio within 5 seconds. I just picked up a harp and then just played a couple of notes on there and figured out that I would exactly which harp to play and which position to play in. So again, this is just a reminder that that in the pentatonic scale for the Aeolian has the same 5 notes as the Dorian, and so you can use the Dorian to play songs in the Aeolian pretty comfortably, and so that just kind of further expands your capabilities when you need to play out. So clearly that 4-harp system with the extra flat, just playing that one extra flat, provided me with multiple ways to play the most common key and mode combinations.